this weekend?
Hey guys, Mikey here from Startcrypto.online. Today we're going to be going over just updating the Bitcoin charts. I haven't opened the charts in a couple of days since the last live stream, so we're just going to go ahead. I've got my charts ready to go, obviously. We're just going to go over Bitcoin, what's happened over the last 24-48 hours. So we've had a nice move down to this 3.6k level, okay? On the daily. Now yesterday we got a nice bullish daily candle, which is pretty cool. Good to see a bounce off a level finally, and it's a fairly significant candle as far as, you know, price movement. It was, you know, from 3.6 to 4.2, looking at about a 15%. 4.350, looking at about a 15% or slightly higher move in a day, which we haven't seen. We saw that in a bearish candle, you know, a few days before that. Bullish wise, we haven't seen a bullish candle move like that since back here, so probably mid-October, so about 6 weeks ago. We haven't seen a bullish candle like the one we got yesterday, so it's pretty good. Does it mean the bulls are back? No, definitely does not mean the bulls are back. Technical wise, we're still obviously in a bearish looking market. And feel free to ask any questions, guys, just while we're going over all this stuff. So what we're looking for at the moment is, if we drill down to slightly lower time frames, you can see we got a nice double bottom at this level. You could technically call it a triple bottom if you really wanted to. And then we've moved up from that level, which has been, you know, fairly bullish from that level. Now we still haven't broken these previous highs. So if we draw a line straight across here, we're basically hitting this level of resistance, which is here, okay? So we've smack bang straight on that. Now, what we would want to see realistically is a break above here, start forming higher highs, higher lows, kind of like these arrows that I've got indicated. These can obviously be moved slightly. These are not to scale, these are just random price action, possible movements. So what we would want to see is a break above this level, a retest back down to about this level, and then, you know, if we get a bit of deceleration, we may be able to trade this level back up to kind of our 5s, 5.2s, 5.4s, 5.5, somewhere around there, maybe up to 6K. We've got our trend lines up here, which would come back into play. But at the moment, we're still on the sidelines because there's nothing to get crazy about at the moment. What we would also want to see is we could also, you know, we could just bounce off this level and head back down again. There's nothing saying that we're going to continue. You know, we can definitely continue to head lower. Obviously, our next if we get something like this happening, if we start trading within this range, we can then start, you know, if we get a couple of touches within this range, we can then start trading this range. If we get signals with candles, deceleration, you know, followed by engulfing candles and so on and so forth, we can then start trading this range as well. If we break below, if we break back below that 3600, we're then looking at, you know, our potential 3K zone. So if we break below this level, we could be looking for this sort of thing. If we got a break here and then a retest here with some sort of bearish pattern, you could definitely trade that down to around the 3K level, as that's our next major support level that would come into play. So there's a few things to keep an eye on here. If we start trading in this range here, we can start trading that. If we break below, get a retest, we can short down to here. If we break above and start forming higher highs and higher lows, we can start to trade up to some of these previously hit levels. Obviously, these levels, okay, these levels can definitely act as short-term support and resistance, as this is where our next recent price action was. Okay, so we can definitely, you know, we can definitely see a few opportunities coming up. We're not taking any at the moment. Well, I'm not taking any at the moment as well. If you guys are taking anything at the moment, feel free to share or post up in the chat. I'm more than happy to go over any other kind of setups. One I'm still watching at the moment is possible shorts on Ripple. We've hit that 10K. We've hit that 10K level, you know, bounce back below it with a nice head and shoulder pattern on the on Ripple over the last few days. So we can definitely start to short this market back down. I'll show you on this chart. Actually, it's going to be much better. Which one was it? XRPZ 18. Don't have it on this chart, so we'll open it up. Don't have it on this watch list, sorry. XRPZ 18. Chuck a little fibbies. Chuck a little fibbies in. So this is even just on a daily time frame. You can see we had a massive wick on that day, and then from that day we've effectively become bearish from that day. Now again, from we drill down to say the 4-hour chart, you can see we're starting to form a bit of a, we could have a trend line here somewhere. See, we're starting to form a bit of a bearish thing. We've obviously found a bit of support around this 9200 level. We've broken that a couple of times. So if we start breaking back down below here, we get our little arrows. You can see a few points here and a few points here. If we start breaking back down below here, okay, and then we come back for a retest around about this level, and we get a nice setup from there with other factors coming into play. We've got our EMA coming up here, so that can act as dynamic support and resistance. We can check what's going on there. If we get a nice bounce back down through here, retest with some nice setup there, we could potentially short this market back down, you know, all the way back down to around 6-7K level, back down to these lows here. So there's a good potential here for a slightly longer term play. Now the driving factor behind this possibly going short is more so the fact what happens with Bitcoin right now, because with Bitcoin the way it is at the moment, if Bitcoin takes off and we start to go bullish on Bitcoin, Ripple's value is going to decrease in Satoshi value, okay, which is going to push Ripple down in Satoshi value. And then you're also going to get people who have bought Ripple during these moves. Once they see it start to come down, they're going to start panic selling as well, because Bitcoin's moving back up. They want to get back into Bitcoin if it starts to move back up. If Bitcoin continues to tank lower, it's going to justify based on what happens with Ripple's price as well. If the whole market cap is continually dropping, these Sats levels will probably remain around the same. If we start to see Bitcoin consolidating within that range that I was just talking about, once we start to see consolidation on Bitcoin, we start to see more altcoin movement. So altcoins generally move the most when Bitcoin is stabilizing and ranging. So if we go back to this diagram here, this chart here, if we start ranging between this zone here, we'll probably see a bit of nice bullish movement for altcoins, because people will start trading altcoins again. They'll start, you know, going into different alts. Now Ripple is obviously at one of its higher points since the down market. So as you can see, our lowest points were down around early to mid October, okay, which is about 6K Satoshis, and we've been moving up from then on. So I don't really understand why maybe people are seeing Ripple as more of a you know, more of a, not a safe haven, but I guess you could say a safe haven if you really wanted to. As far as their, you know, they were number 2 in the market cap. They've overtaken Ethereum. They've moved up to number 2 in the market cap, so more eyes on that. They've got fintech, obviously, you know, being utilized and being tested, real world life stuff. So a lot of people are against Ripple because it is obviously a centralized system. But we're traders. We don't really give a shit about, you know, whether it's centralized, decentralized, whatever. If there's an opportunity for us to trade it, we're going to trade it. That's what it comes down to with me and Ripple. I've traded Ripple since early 2017 and made some good gains on Ripple. So, you know, anyone that just has a whinge about Ripple, all because of, you know, what it stands for and it doesn't really stand for crypto, blah blah blah. That's all well and good if they're just buying and investing, but if they're trading, they shouldn't be saying stuff like that, because there's good gains, there's good opportunity to be had on Ripple. So if you're not looking at Ripple, start looking at Ripple for a potential short there. If we go, you know, if this continues to go long, if we break above 10K, that to me is way too high of a zone for doing sats. If we look back at PBTC, if we look back at, say, a Poloniex chart, because Poloniex was trading way back when. If we look back at like a Poloniex chart, you can see here we've had multiple touches off this, you know, 11K zone, which we kind of just hit. and then bounce back from there. And you can see here, this level that we're at the moment, we did the same thing. We broke back down, retested that level again. So if we get a break and a retest of that level again, we can trade it back down to these previous points. You know, it's happened multiple times. So the very highs of Ripple, we've hit 22 to 24,000 sats twice in massive spike movements during runs in the market. So for me, if we break above 10k sats on Ripple, it's really a no buy zone as far as BTC is concerned. If you're buying BTC with Ripple, because we've been so low so many times in the past, you know. So yeah, Paul Smart, thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. If anyone's got any questions, guys, post them up in the chat if you want me to go over anything else. Really good long-term coin if you're looking for one is Stellar. I covered this a couple of days ago. XLM BTC. It's been performing really well even through the bearish market. Obviously we've spiked, you know, we spiked back up again during the last bullish run. That's what every coin had done, but this coin really tanked a lot less in value than what a lot of the other coins did. Okay, so if you bought pretty much at all-time highs on XLM, you're realistically, and you've held through this period, you're realistically down less than 50%. Not many other altcoins can say that. Most of them are down anywhere between, you know, 70 to 95%, depending on the altcoin. Some of them are even lower than what they were pre-bull run last year. So this coin has been very good performing coin during this bearish market. It's been very good, very good. Cool. If anyone's on as well, just about to play a game. So me and Trader Troy runs Crypto for Blokes group. We're just about to have a couple of games of CSGO. So if anyone wants to tune in, send me a PM on Facebook. Zilch TV on Facebook, guys. Send me a PM on Facebook and we'll jump in and have a couple of quick games. So that's it for me for the moment, guys, with the market. As I said, the main things I'm watching right now over the next 24-hour period is really what happens with Bitcoin, and then from there I'm going to go in and we'll adjust. We'll talk about some more altcoins as well. So we'll probably do, what's today, Thursday? We might do another live tomorrow to set up a bit of a checklist of altcoins. Maybe we'll chart up some more altcoins as well, and we might cover the top, you know, 10 or 20 altcoins, see where they're at, show you guys kind of some good opportunity there with altcoin wise. Either that, or we might do a bit of a setup, maybe even on Saturday. Don't know how many viewers we'll get on a Saturday. Might get a few, but we can always have a go. So cool, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. Just had a question, so we'll just stick around. Hey, Mikey, what's a good coin for a beginner to learn on that's pretty predictable? Kim B. So, Kim, I would, if you're going to pick one coin to trade right now, or if you're going to learn on a coin, I would probably learn on this coin, Stellar Lumens, because of this simple reason, where our previous all-time high of this coin, you know, it's down a lot lower percentage than what most other coins are down in the market at the moment. So Stellar Lumens, so this is XLM, okay, so it's traded on Binance, It's traded on Binance, so if you don't have a Binance account, can't even post my Binance link in the chat for some weird reason. I have no idea why. It must be spammed everywhere on YouTube. But in the video description just below, just have a look. There's a Binance link if you don't have a Binance account yet. If you do have one, trade it on Binance, because Binance is currently the highest volume traded platform at the moment, and you'll be better off trading on that one. So with XLM, if you're unsure of technical analysis and stuff, this is my website, Startcrypto.online. There's a complete free beginners trading course. Okay, all you need to do is sign up with your name and email address. Then under trading content, there's beginners course. Okay, go through those 8 videos, and that'll teach you some good technical and fundamental analysis within cryptocurrency. Okay, it keeps you the whole basics. There's a full course recap, how to implement all of the strategy that you learn throughout all these other videos. Okay, so it shows you how to use it all together, and that'll give you a basis, and then you can come back to this video and see this line that I've got here at 3K sats. That's a pretty good line. So if you get anywhere back down near that price, we haven't broken below that price many times, especially since, you know, towards the beginning of the year. So this kind of level of buying around here is a pretty good safe bet. Any other questions, guys, before we cap off there for a quick livey? Cool. Alright, guys, peace out, take it easy, have a good day, have a good Thursday, and I'll catch you guys either tomorrow, or we might even do a livey tomorrow night. We can get some more Aussies on board, or Saturday sort of lunchtime-ish for a quick chat. So take it easy, guys, have a good day, good luck in the markets out there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.